We've just arrived in East London with a load of cement. That's basically 38,000 kilograms of cement on this interlink trailer behind this Mercedes Actros 2645. Yeah, the route that we've traveled, there's lots of ups and uphills and downhills and so on. And yeah, I must say the Mercedes did not disappoint, although the cruise control and the downhill descent control takes a bit of getting used to, especially if you don't have somebody experienced, very experienced on the vehicle, explaining it to you. So yeah, I had to figure this out myself, and yeah, eventually I got the hang of it, and I was very impressed with it thus far. So yeah, I had my reservations in the beginning when I got into the vehicle, and I had a driver driving the vehicle, and he sort of explained to me what he was doing and so on, only to discover that yeah, although we had a driver trainer with him from another, in fact from the supplier of this vehicle, I happened to find that he was not actually very confident in using the vehicle's technology to the max. So disappointment that the guy didn't know, and he wasn't able to explain to me all the nitty-gritty with especially downhill descent control, the cruise control, and all of those things. But yeah, I managed to figure it out for myself over a period of time. Took me most probably about an hour to figure out everything, how it works, what it does, how it can be used, etc. And yeah, as I say, we arrived safely in East London with the 38 tons of cement bags. So yeah, at this point in time, the only downfall for me on this vehicle, the top bunk is extremely high. I'm 1.8 meters tall, and I struggle to get up into that bunk. So yeah, that is one of the downfalls for me of this vehicle. And as I said in a previous video, the vehicle, I would say what the kilometers is. Currently the kilometers on this vehicle is 76670. So yeah, it's almost on going in for 80,000 kilometers. So it's fairly run in already. And obviously the main purpose of this whole project and test was to determine which of these vehicles between the MAN truck, which is a 26480, and a Scania R460, and a Volvo 440, and obviously the Mercedes-Benz 2645, which of these vehicles are able to give us the best fuel consumption possible on possibly one of the toughest routes in South Africa. The route again, running between East London, empty to Port Shepstone, or just a little town outside Port Shepstone called Marburg, to the NPC factory there, and then loading 38 tons of cement back to East London. So this is what this 4 vehicles has been doing over the past 3 weeks for us. And yeah, I definitely am amazed at some of the figures that I've received, especially with the MAN truck, also known as MAN by some people. It has actually done exceptionally well on fuel consumption. It actually beat the other 3 brands hands down on this particular route. Also a very driver-friendly truck, uncomplicated. As I said with the Mercedes, it took me a while to figure out how the cruise control, etc., and the downhill control works. Whereas with the MAN truck, it was fairly simple. It's got a brake-matic system. You put your foot to the brake pedal, and it selects the speed that you are traveling at, and it holds the vehicle while descending. Also great to operate uphill and downhill. Most of your cruising on the MAN truck is done via automatic mode on the gearbox, and then going uphill, you would basically switch the vehicle into manual mode and manipulate the gears manually, which is actually quite user friendly. There are times most times you can actually drop 2 gears and stay comfortably within the green band. Whereas with the Mercedes, I found it at times difficult to keep the vehicle within the green band. I've tried it. I've actually made a little video where going uphill, trying to stay within the green band, yeah, the vehicle basically labors. It pulls very slow. It just doesn't transfer enough power at the bottom range of the green band, obviously to pull the load up the hill. So that is a bit disappointing, but yeah, I suppose that is Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes, I suppose, has never been a vehicle to speed up a hill. It's always been lagging behind the other brands when it comes to hill climbing, and so I'm not surprised. That's how I've known Mercedes-Benz over the years, although I haven't driven a Mercedes-Benz for possibly over the last 10 years. I've been more into American trucks like the International Eagle, and now recently for the past 3 years in the Volvo, which I find to be obviously a fantastic vehicle. But yeah, we need to look at the other brands obviously to make sure that we are getting the best at the fuel consumption out of these vehicles. I'm not sure once I'm done once I head back into Cape Town, when I'm behind my desk again, I'll obviously be sitting and putting all the figures together, and yeah, and then I'll obviously report back on what we have really found amongst these 4 vehicles. Yeah, coming back to fuel consumption, yes, as I said, the MAN has beaten the other 3 brands on this particular route. But now, yeah, one does have to look at quite a number of concepts when it comes to selecting a vehicle. But yeah, I'll go into that detail a bit later.